Watching high school kids play or younger kids play because they're more talented than ever, they're better athletes than ever, they can do more things than kids 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago. But they're not better basketball players because this coach or that system has them playing 6 games on Saturday and they practice once that week. It's totally opposite of what they do in Europe, where you will practice 6 days and you will play once. So you wonder why all these kids coming from Europe, they say, well, why are they so fundamentally sound? Why can they all dribble? They can all pass, they can all shoot. Doesn't matter whether they're 5'10" or 6'10", because they practice, they don't play games. Here, it's all about how many games are we gonna play? And then are we gonna practice this week? Like I coached the boys AAU team, okay? My son was on it. We had 5 Division I players on it. We had 3 kids that went pro. So we went down and played in Orlando in a tournament that all the college coaches go to. And we had a chance that if we won one more game, we would finish 11th. Now, that's pretty damn good. We had them all coming back the following year. And then 2 of the kids said, I'm not playing. I said, why not? I said, well, I'm playing on another team. Why? Well, it turns out we practice every Tuesday and Thursday like clockwork. Well, the other coach told them, you don't have to practice, just show up for games. Coaches are feeding into this because guess what? A lot, I'm not saying all of them, but so many of the coaches that coach don't have any idea how to be a good coach. It's not even their fault.
You know, I'm really tired of hearing this. I'm really tired of hearing this from the people that contributed to this being like this. For those of y'all that don't know who that was, it's Geno Auriemma. And he is probably the greatest women's basketball coach of all time. He's coached at UConn since I was a little boy, when they had Rebecca Lobo and Jennifer Rosati, you know, and he's still coaching there to this day. He's the Coach K for women's college basketball. And the fact that he's sitting here saying this stuff, like, I understand, but bro, you are part of the reason why. You're part of the reason why, Geno. You and all these older coaches that keep complaining about what's going on in our sport, y'all had a lot to do with it. I'm gonna give y'all 3 reasons why this is going on, and maybe some solutions if I think about them while I'm talking. But y'all let me know. Do y'all think that AAU is ruining Do you think it's ruining American basketball culture? Write in the comments and let me know. But before y'all do that, hit like, hit share, hit subscribe, add to a playlist, email this to somebody, send this to your group chat, put it inside your Discord. Make sure you watch the entire video all the way to the end. And make sure y'all do what I just told y'all to do. Write in the comments. Let me know why you think that AAU is or isn't ruining American basketball culture.
My ducks, my swans, welcome to the pond.
My name is Coach Duck from Group82Basketball.com, and right here we got the all-time great Geno Auriemma talking about why AAU is ruining American basketball culture. Number 1, school ball sucks. I don't know where y'all from, but I'm from Indianapolis, Indiana. You've been following my content. You should know that. You know, shout out Naptown. We just hosted the All-Star game. Everybody says it was cool. It was lit. Looked trash to me, but everybody said it was cool. It was lit, so hopefully we'll get more stuff down the line. We're getting that basketball reputation back, except for IU basketball. If you IU basketball fans want me to do a video on IU basketball, let me know. Write that in the comments right now. I don't know if I want to deal with y'all, but anyways, let's get back to the topic. School ball sucks. And me being from Indianapolis, Indiana, high school basketball was like it. Like, I live in Texas now, and they say that high school football here is like how high school basketball is in Indiana, and that's just not the case. At least where I live. I live in Houston, you know, maybe it's a little bit different. You go to little Friday night light towns, but I haven't seen it. In Indiana, it's insane. And it goes all the way down to the school ball level as well. And what used to happen was you got your best coaching inside of school, because school does what Geno Auriemma was talking about. In school ball, you practice 4 times a week and you play 1, maybe 2 games. Well, what happened is y'all start letting anyone who wanted to coach school ball. Like my 7th grade basketball coach at West Lane Middle School, he was the janitor at our elementary school. Like, what the hell is he gonna tell me about how to become an elite basketball player? And at that time, at our high school, we had the number 2 point guard in the nation, Jason Gardner, who was behind Jason Williams in class of 1999. And so, like, we had immense talent in our township, and this dude who's handling the 7th graders is the dude that wipes up the pre-K piss all day. You know, I mean, shout out to Coach Duckett, but he was a horrible coach. And 15 of us made the team, and he had no assistant coaches. It's like school ball wasn't teaching us anything. For you to actually get a chance to play basketball, where there was someone who actually cared about being a basketball coach and cared about the competition and cared about winning, where does that exist inside of the American basketball ecosystem? AAU. There's nowhere else that you can get that, because my 8th grade team was no better, and then high school ball is no better. Now y'all got 5, 6, 7, 8 state champions in some of these states. Florida, school ball doesn't mean anything anymore. So y'all got these kids all day. Every single school has a gym, but yet y'all don't have someone who is a professional on how to use it to get the kids to the next level. So if you are a kid that's really serious about, I want to make basketball a career, like this is my passion, I got discipline, I got sacrifice, all that stuff, where you gonna go? You gonna go play AAU, because that's where the real coaches are. Y'all be acting like these AAU coaches trash, but they not. I've coached AAU. I've coached Division I. I coached Division II. I coached at Mount Vernon High School. I coached Mount Vernon 8th grade. Like, I've been around. I've coached these combines. AAU coaches, some of the best coaches you've been around. Once again, they want to do it. So y'all can't be complaining about the system that's actually giving people opportunities when the system that is federally funded sucks. Increase school ball, make school ball better, and then we're going to have a lot more people that are going to be able to do the other things I'm going to talk about. Number 2, basketball talent equals advertising dollars. For those of y'all that don't understand how YouTube works, this is how YouTube makes money, right? And if you want to know more about this, click the links in the description. I got YouTube courses, show you how to get, I'm almost at 300,000 followers. I'm almost at, 170 million views. I've made over 6 figures on my YouTube channel. You want to know that, click the links in the description, sign up for the courses. But the way that YouTube works is you get paid what's called CPM. And what CPM, it means cost per milli. What is that? That means how much money you get per 1,000 views. So if you are a finance channel, you're probably gonna make a lot more money per 1,000 views, because people that watch finance channels, they usually have a higher income. If you are a music channel, you're gonna have a lower CPM, because people that watch music channels are usually people that ain't trying to spend no money, right? So the more topics that you talk about that generate money for advertisers, that's how much money you're gonna get in your pocket as a content creator. So even in the world of social media, advertising dollars are gonna control what type of content that you make. Me, for example, like now that I'm doing this basketball stuff, whenever there's gonna be an opportunity for me to add finance and business to basketball, I'm gonna do it, because it's gonna raise the CPM. And so advertisers wanna put their products where they know eyes are going to be. I don't care where we are in the world of basketball, youth basketball talent is always going to attract eyeballs. It's going to sell out gyms. It's going to have lines out the door. It's going to be, I have to be there television, because you want to watch these kids who are prodigies. I mean, LeBron, what they did around LeBron when he was at St. Vincent St. Mary's, it generated so much money for the entire basketball ecosystem that now, I mean, ESPN and the NBA, they got these relationships where they showing Nike Peace Jam on the NBA app. This makes too much money. School ball don't make money like that, unless you at like Mount Vernon, but Mount Vernon don't make money the way that Nike EYBL make money for ESPN. Y'all have pimped out our babies and turned them into these super ultra basketball mutant machines that generate billions of dollars, and then you wonder why AAU is ruined. And going back to our AAU's ruining American basketball culture. Going back to what you said, Geno, it's like you've contributed to this, because it's not just the boys, it's the girls side too. And the girls is about to be a little bit more, I don't want to say nastier, but it's going to start generating a lot of money. The girls side of the basketball ecosystem is about to be punching above its weight. Not just because of Caitlin Clark, but because, the amount of girls that want to play basketball, and the WNBA is set up where you have to stay 4 years. So women's college basketball is always going to have stars. Excuse me, Mike Tyson trying to punch me in the face. Women's college basketball is always going to have stars. So since they're always going to have stars, they're always going to be able to generate advertising revenue, because people are going to want to watch them. So Geno, you contributed to this too. So stop getting mad at these folks when y'all not trying to really train them and let them know how the business works. And number 3, coaches aren't trained to teach. When I was looking for graduate programs, I went to University of Central Florida for grad school. And the only reason I was going there for grad school is because I wanted to coach. And so I actually had a verbal agreement with the staff at the University of Central Florida men's basketball that I was going to be their GA. So I've told this story on the podcast, For the Love. Y'all go listen to that and go watch that on the YouTube channel. But You know, I was going to be the GA, and I got down there and they played me, you know. And so the only reason I went to that program at the University of Central Florida, I got my master's in education with an emphasis in sport coaching and leadership or something. I don't know, something like that. Basically, we talked about coaching all day. Like, that's what the degree was. It was like a degree in sport coaching. It was a pretty cool program, too. Met some good people in there. And I say all that to say, like, I only went down there so I could coach. That's it. That's the only reason that I went down to Florida, was so I could coach. And I was fortunate at that time that program taught you how to teach as well. Like, we had to prepare presentations and we had to really do research and stuff like that. And there's a term I was trying to listen to the data so I could be able to say it right, because I've seen it when I was searching for graduate programs. It's called pedagogy, P-E-D-A-G-O-G-Y, pedagogy. And that means basically the whole curriculum of how to teach, the method of teaching. There is no pedagogical training going on in the world of basketball right now. No one is teaching coaches how to coach. Once again, right? School ball, it used to be for you to coach the basketball team. You also probably had to be the physical education teacher. Like, some of y'all went to school where, you know, they had the football coach, was the basketball coach, was the baseball coach, was the track coach, was the athletic director, because he had the pedagogy when it came to physical education. And all that stuff falls under the umbrella of physical education. Well, now, the school ball coach is like I said, well, 20 years ago when I was in 7th grade, or however long, I'm 39, so, ooh, man, 27 years ago, brother. When I was in 7th grade, he was a janitor. Now the school ball coach is whoever. And when y'all turn this thing into, well, it's just not about teaching skills. It's about generating billions of dollars off of the advertising revenue for people coming and see this talent. You can't just be a coach that knows how to teach. So what? So what you know how to teach? Do you understand the business? Do you understand NIL? Do you understand social media? Do you understand how AAU works? Do you understand these relationships? Do you understand the leverage that you have with all the talent? Do you understand how to run an AAU program at an exceptionally high level? Do you understand any of this stuff? Are you a thought leader inside of the space? You had to be more of a personality to be a coach than you did to be an actual teacher and educator of basketball. And the bigger the personality you were, the more that you attracted talent, because they make money off of coaches too. They make advertising money off of coaches too. That's how the 80s Big East was built. John Thompson was a character. Jim Boeheim was a character. Rick Pitino was a character. You know, what's homeboy name? Louis Carnesecca at St. John's. He was a character. Like, these was character. There's a documentary called The Requiem for the Big East. For those of y'all in college basketball, you should go watch that. And they were characters. So they make money off these dudes. And next thing you know, you get these dudes who are massive characters. And now they coaching the top AAU team. Now they coaching the top high school team. Now they coaching college basketball. Now they coaching in the Final Four. Now they coaching in the NBA. You got clowns in these positions. They never had to learn how to teach. They just had to learn how to be the cartoon character. So since you ain't teaching coaches how to teach, you teaching coaches how to learn the business of basketball. So of course these coaches don't know how to teach. What's the incentive for them knowing how to teach basketball? If you're an AAU coach, what's the incentive for that? I was director of basketball operations at Jacksonville. I'm filming this video right now at 12:55 a.m. If this was on a road trip in this time of the season, because it's late February, so we about to go into March Madness. If this is a road trip at Jacksonville, I'll probably be at Walmart right now buying snacks for the entire bus, while making sure we get to film, while making sure that the itinerary is lined up with the hotels and everything, making sure that our driver shows up, making sure that he got his food orders, like, you know, making sure that we're going to get to the hotel on time, make sure everybody got their keys, make sure that, you know, I know the entire guest list, make sure I've talked to the arena tomorrow for when we're going to have our shoot around, you know, make sure I've talked to Subway for our order that we're going to get for lunch after shoot around, make sure I check with Chick-fil-A for the dinner that we're going to get after the game, and I'm going to have to leave at the third, like in the second half, which will essentially be the third quarter in college basketball. I had to leave at like the 12-minute mark to go out to get the food from Chick-fil-A to load it onto the bus. Like, I was worried about all that stuff, that when we would get the scouting reports, I wouldn't even know what was going on. For those of y'all that have watched my scouting videos, you know I'm a scout. Like, this is what I do. Like, I want to read the scouting report. And this is Division I. Division I coaches do not have time to know basketball, to teach basketball. They have too many other things on their plate. Until we start giving the people who know basketball just a space to teach basketball, this system's going to stay the way it is. The culture's going to stay the way it is. You have to know the business. in order to protect these kids and make sure they're going to get their just due with these billions of dollars that they generate. That's way more important than you knowing, how to install a defensive scheme where there's triggers for automatic traps on pick and rolls. We automatically gonna go to a 3-2 trap zone right here. We automatically gonna be in drop coverage. Like, I ain't got time to install that and teach these dudes what the trigger's gonna be and what the call's gonna be, and when the ball gets to a certain place on the floor, you should automatically do that. That don't keep me employed. What keeps me employed is being a cartoon character. So that's what we gonna keep getting. Y'all wanna change that? Y'all got all the power. I'm just a dude on YouTube. At least that's what y'all tell me in the videos when y'all don't agree with me. So what y'all think? What else do you think contributes to the demise of American basketball culture, AAU culture? Let me know inside the comments. And also, y'all know that this is like, we starting to do these new videos. For those y'all been around for a while, it's basically like the music marketing format. Longer, because it's basketball, so I'm gonna be running my mouth. But at the same time, really giving y'all the insight how I see this. I'm really thinking about what products to offer around this. Like, I thought about mindfulness training for athletes, because, there's a psychological thing you gotta have to be an elite basketball player. Or, I thought about shooting analysis, having that as a product. I don't know. Y'all let me know what products that y'all would purchase from me, and I can develop them, whatever it is. If it's some sort of course, something, let me know, because I'm trying to educate as many people about the game, because it's a beautiful, beautiful game. So I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. I'm out the pond. Y'all stay true.
Sunday, gotta call. My uncle's card and hit a wall. I didn't believe